time to drop.
Welcome back to the Hennisphere, everyone. It's still day 2 of my Orlando trip, and I'm at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights. And if you're watching this, it means I've gone inside the park and I'm actually doing it. I'm outside the park right now. I don't have a ticket, and I don't know if I want to go in because I know it's very expensive. I was planning on coming to Universal on Tuesday morning so I could ride Hagrids and get that credit, but since I have time, this park doesn't close until like 1 a.m. I have 3 hours. I might as well try to go in some haunted houses. These are the best in the world, in my opinion, for theme park haunted houses. Why not? It looks amazing here. All right, I'm in. I did it. I decided to buy a ticket and come in. I know I'm gonna be here Tuesday now. I bought that ticket as well. The first thing to know when you come into this park for Hollywood Horror Nights, it's just sensory overload. They have a bunch of lights off, it looks like, but then they have other lights on. So there's light, but it's in strange places. So it's primarily dark in here. They have booming music. They have lights just going everywhere, like from the tops of the buildings. And then you've got all these scare zones that you really can't avoid. They're everywhere. And the houses are kind of tucked into different alleys and outside the park. This is just crazy. But they do have some of the good rides open right now. Like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is open, Escape from Gringotts is open, Transformers is open. I know Mummy, Transformers, and Rip Ride Rocket will be open until 1 a.m. All the other rides will close at 11. So I'm kind of torn between doing the haunted houses right now or going for the rides. I think I'm gonna do some rides first.
It makes you feel any better. I have already put evac on the work and ready to go to come to the general hospital.
It's proving very hard for me to vlog in here. Like I said, there's lights, but everything's dark. Anyway, I got a walk-on on Transformers. I can remember waiting 40 minutes to an hour last time I was here, a couple years ago for that. Then I went through the Rob Zombie scare zone. It's pretty good. There are actually some strippers, can't complain. Let's do Men in Black Alien Attack instead. Only a 20-minute wait. Now it's time for the first news. Depths of Fear.
Like, gotta document the good times, you know?
Let's get it. 15-minute wait for Mummy.
Last time with like a VIP.
And he's video like off-ride POV, and the guy's like, it's not a POV if it's off-ride.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a point of view.
Yeah. It was so funny to just watch the flame war erupt.
Sucker. 2.5 hours crazy. You're like up 7, like legit stand in front of them and be like, I want to.
Welcome back to the Hennisphere, guys. It's day 4 of my Orlando/Tampa, Florida trip. I am at Universal Studios right now. I just parked. It's 9 a.m. according to the, the Coaster Watch. Nixon, if you're out there, sponsor me. I got your watch, I got your wallet. I want it all, so hit me up. Anyway, I am trying to get on Hagrids ASAP as soon as I get in the park. I mean, the lines are already crazy from what I can see just for security, but I gotta do it. I gotta get this credit, and then I gotta get Flight of the Hippogriff. That's why I'm here. My flight leaves at 4 p.m. today, so I think I'll be good. I think I can get those 2. I feel like I'm in a race right now. Cue the NASCAR sound effects. Oh wait, sorry, that was IndyCar. Time is now 9:10. The park's been open for 10 minutes, but it looks like thousands of people in line. And the name of the game is, it's a contest, really. Whoever has the least amount of people in front of them when they get to Hagrid's is the winner. So, gotta pass up all these human beings. Oh look, it's our Candemonium teaser. Sorry, that's Candemonium. The wrong pronunciation. Yes! We're here, we made it. It was expensive, but worth it. Time is now 09:16, and I am in the park. The name of the game is Get to Hagrid's ASAP. I don't even know where the line's gonna start. I'm just gonna walk until I see that crowd of people. Then I'm gonna show you how long the line is. I don't think it'll be too terrible. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of people here today, but we will see. I will update you every step of the way in this crazy Hagrid's. Like, what? All right, I'm looking at the sign right now for how long the line is for Hagrid. 150 minutes, it says. God dang. Wow. Well, we're gonna be waiting a while then. There you go. You saw it there. It will be closing early. So I'm happy I'm here right at opening. I can only stay until 2. Gotta get it. So much construction going on over there. Crazy. Never actually done that ride or show. I don't even know exactly what Poseidon is. The time is now 9:21. Down the entrance. 2.5 hours. Alright, we found the line. I don't even know what stage or show this is. It looks really nice. It's now 9:34. The line is moving pretty quick. I'm about to start moving again. Time is now 9:45. Doing a great job of line management, making sure no one cuts in, because they can't cut off the entrance to that store right there. So now we get to move up quite a ways. Finally, we're at Hogsmeade. There's the station. 2 more hours to go. Time is now 9:51. At the lockers. There's really nothing stopping people from getting their stuff or pretending to get their stuff and getting back in line for a second ride. If you're wondering, I'm not going to be getting a locker because the rules are, but if you can fit everything in your pockets, then you're good. So got my phone, keys, wallet, Ray-Bans probably. So glad they got rid of the lockers that used to be here for Dragon Challenge. 9:55, just got our first view of the ride in action. We are through the main entrance.
180 is when it starts from under those arches, so. I'd rather be honest with you right here than versus like 3 hours later. Fire me on! That's 180 minutes. It's 3 hours. From those arches.
Time is now 10:12. I think I just found a shortcut. All right, guys, I just got split to the single rider line. Let's see what happens now.
Dramatic dips and dives. Thumping good work. So Hagrid and I have agreed on restrictions similar to those well-researched and implemented.
All right, guys, so I can't believe I just did that. I only waited 1 hour for Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, and it was incredible. It was honestly not what I was expecting, really, I guess. It felt more like a ride experience, not a roller coaster. Felt more like a dark ride, really, because you just keep moving to different things and slowing down, and then starting up and you see something, so you slow down, and then something else happens, and man, that was just so different. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. It did not blow me away in the same manner that Mako did. Mako was just what I love about roller coasters. Airtime, ejector airtime, floater airtime. It was tall, it was fast, you cover a lot of different hills. This one was low to the ground, lots of things to stare at, and lots of quick turns, like Maverick, sort of. Not the same though. Somewhat similar to Wavebreaker. It really reminded me of Wavebreaker, and I really thought it would, just because it's kind of the same thing that Intamin made for Wavebreaker. Family style launches, although this one has magnetic launches instead of drive motors. So you can tell everything about this, they spared no expense. $300 million, and it's worth it. Like, for me, that was awesome. It was worth it. It deserves to be the most expensive roller coaster ever made because it has so many amazing elements to it. The one knock I have on the whole experience was loading and unloading could have been so much better. Like, they told me to go to row 6 and it was marked like nowhere on the train, so I was trying to count and everyone filled in front of me, so I got the back row, which was row 7. So there was an empty row on the train. I can't complain. Back row, motorcycle seat, that's my dream right there, like, for this ride. I really wanted that seat. I didn't think I would get it, but it was awesome. I did not notice very much airtime because when you're in the back, when you go up the vertical spike, you get the least amount of air. So if I rode in the front, which I'm not gonna do, maybe there would be a lot of airtime on that. But the animatronics were all working. The sound, the audio was amazing. Everything was timed perfectly. It really did add to the ride experience. It was telling a story, although the story just kept changing every like 10 seconds. Great ride, best themed roller coaster I've ever been on. That's kind of like something I used to do a lot in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I would focus more on the theming rather than the elements. I would try to space out elements so I could plant trees in between all of them. And I loved how with this ride, you see a lot of it when you're in the queue, but it's hard to piece together the entire ride, and I really like that. You can't just see it all in one picture. Some of it is hidden. They're doing some major construction for the Jurassic Park roller coaster. They're driving some metal into the ground. It's extremely loud. They got 2 cranes going right behind me, right there. They were driving right here, this little metal piece. Can't really see it because they just pushed it about 10 feet into the ground. Anyway, I have no idea where that roller coaster ranks for me because it's not very intense. It's a long ride, but it still feels pretty sped up. So overall, I'm gonna say that Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure is decent.
Yeah.
It's not insanely thrilling. It's like borderline not thrilling, really. But the drop track section was my favorite part. And I honestly forgot that it had that because I was just paying attention to the audio and looking at the Devil's Snare. The launches were good. The last one was the best for sure. Second best one was when you launch towards the vertical spike, you go down before you go up. It's kind of like reminiscent of the boss, the way you drop. You got all of your speed and then you drop again. That part was awesome. That was like the only part where I actually got some airtime besides the vertical drop track. Now I'm gonna go get a ride on Hulk. I swear, Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls and Popeye and Bluto's Bilge-Rat barges look like 2 of the craziest water rides in the world. Like, they're not even at a water park, but you get absolutely soaked on both of them. 2 rides that I'm not gonna be riding. One of them isn't even open, but I don't wanna get wet, so sorry, but I'm not gonna ride them. I also rode Flight of the Hippogriff just now. It was pretty incredible how fast their operations were. Like, I'm talking, they were running 2 trains on a kiddie coaster, just unheard of. And dispatches were like 60 seconds, maybe not even. Also, the lap bar was just barely over my kneecaps. That's the loosest restraints I've ever had. It was awesome. Park roller coaster. Man, I cannot wait for that roller coaster to open. I might have to come back here in 1 year just to ride it. Alright, it's time for Hulk. I'm gonna have to put you in a locker, but we're gonna do the single rider line. Don't know if there's a wait for it, but it's gotta be shorter than the 30-minute normal wait. So unpopular opinion here, but I mean, I do like Hulk. I'm so happy every time I get to ride it, but it's just not my type of ride to be in my top 5 or top 10. It's so intense. The pacing is unbelievably fast. It kind of sacrifices for me the enjoyment of it for all of that intensity, but I still like it. I mean, I kind of gray out on like 4 different parts on that. It's so fast. But anyway, now it's time for another ride that I've never done before. Dr. Doom's Fearfall, 5-minute wait. So I did Dr. Doom's Freefall, Drop Tower, SNS Drop Tower. That was my first time doing it. I liked it, but it was way too short. It shot us up and then we fell back down. Awesome weightlessness, but that was it. It was half the ride that Scream is at Fiesta, Texas, where after it shoots you up, then it takes you to the top, holds you there, and drops you. I prefer that one a lot more. I prefer Falcon's Fury more. Slightly underwhelming. I thought I was gonna do Spider-Man, because I've never done Spider-Man ever, but I don't wanna wait 35 minutes. I only have an hour and 15 minutes left here, and I wanna go to the other park and do Mummy, maybe Rip Ride Rocket, maybe Gringotts. So I'm gonna head over there now. Forgot to mention, wearing my Silver Dollar City t-shirt today. I've been getting some interesting looks from employees. No one's really commented on it, any guests, but when I did wear my Cedar Point shirt, I did have someone talk to me. So Silver Dollar City, trying to get the word out there, you know, best Twitter in the game. Now it's time to go into park number 2. It should be noted that Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket roller coaster is also known as X-Coaster, especially amongst the coaster idiots, just because those trains are the same ones that are used on the X-Coaster in Arkansas, the same park that has like Arkansas Twister that the coaster idiots went to. They said that park was pretty terrible, and I guess that was like one of the highlights. If you hear me call that thing X-Coaster, just know it's because other people call it that too. I am back in a park, Universal Studios, Florida, the second park. I remember seeing that Today Cafe on YouTube with all of those updates from like the Tim Tracker, Midway Mayhem, those kind of people. So it's interesting to see it open, and it's so interesting to be here just 2 days after Hollywood Horror Nights was here. This place looked nothing like it does right now. I'm just so blown away with how they do the transformation from day to night and then back from night to day. So much different, so much easier to vlog too. I can see all of those lights. I can tell how they put everything on. It's just, there are so many lights, so many sounds coming at you from everywhere. Some sad news to report. The Mummy is down right now. It says it's closed. Just looked at the wait times, and I just realized there is another credit in this park that I never knew about. Woody Woodpecker, there's a kiddie coaster. I'm gonna try to pick that up, because why not? Now we're going through the only area that I did not go through on Sunday night. I never walked through here. This was the Viking Scare Zone. So I only missed this scare zone and Killer Clowns from Outer Space Maze. That's all I missed. And the Academy of Villains. I didn't see that show, but I heard it wasn't very good. Time to get on the Woody Woodpecker coaster. This will be my last credit of the trip. All right, now I have officially done every coaster credit available on this trip. 23. So my coaster count is now 1:42. And I'm walking by ET. It's about 35-minute wait. I'd rather wait 50 minutes for Gringotts, even though it's probably not going to be 50 minutes because I can use the single rider line. I do not see a single rider line available for ET. So, Gringotts, here we come. Another ride that I have never done before is the Simpsons ride, Krusty Land right here. It looks fun, I just don't have enough time to do it. And I was able to do Men in Black on Sunday night. That was awesome. I used a single rider line, no wait, very fun. I actually don't remember the finale of that ride. Like, I didn't remember it when I was on it, so that was a surprise. Really loved it. Ah, yes. We're here in Diagon Alley, also pronounced diagonally. Land of the selfies and the vloggers and the couples and the dragon that breathes fire every 30 minutes or whatever. It looks like he's about to. Everyone is gathered here waiting. So apparently the dragon, when it breathes fire, is at random. That's what a team member, employee, ambassador, I don't know what they're called. That's what they just said. It's not happening anytime soon, I guess. Now it's time for Gringotts. 45-minute wait. Literally a 10-minute wait. Why follow the herd? So Gringotts was only 10 minutes thanks to the single rider line. I'm so happy that happened. Like, I have used my employee ID at Busch Gardens Tampa and SeaWorld Orlando. With Fun Spot, I got into the first park for $30 instead of the typical $50. And now I'm using single rider lines here, so I am taking full advantage of all of these theme parks. Any discounts I can get, time savers I can use, I'm using them. So really awesome, had great luck on this trip. So now it's time for one more ride. I'm gonna go right by Fast and Furious, but we all know that ride is horrible. So we're gonna try to do Rip Ride Rocket. My thoughts on Gringotts, like, I really like the ride. It relies heavily on screens, but the ride vehicles do articulate pretty well. I mean, it's pretty fun. That first drop is awesome. I was sitting in row 2, so I didn't get the best ride possible. I know that. Would have been better if I got back row for that drop, but that ride I will not be ranking just because, like, there's no way for me to get any footage of it on ride. And it honestly doesn't do a whole lot. It does like as much as JTA at SeaWorld San Antonio. Still, I will rank Rip Ride Rocket. I will try to rank the Mummy, and that's it for this park. All right, it's got a 15-minute wait. I can do this. Last ride of the day for me. Just got off Rip Ride Rocket, and I love that ride so much. I mean, I don't remember it being that good, even though I just rode it 2 days ago. I was riding row 3, so like not the best view, not the best G-forces, but insane. I love that ride so much. I cannot wait to rank it. Has lots of airtime. It's not the smoothest, but smooth enough. And you have onboard audio. Oh, that was incredible. All right, guys, but I'm gonna start to head out. This is the end of the trip, guys. I had an amazing Orlando and Tampa trip. No problems at all. Knock on wood that I get home safe and on time. I do have to work tomorrow, 7 a.m. Next time I film, I will be coming to you from my hometown, currently, San Antonio, Texas, from Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, probably, or SeaWorld San Antonio. Both of the places where I earn my living. That's where I work, both of them. You can expect a lot of coaster rankings coming soon and vlogs from all of the parks: Busch Gardens Tampa, SeaWorld Orlando, Fun Spot Kissimmee, Fun Spot Orlando, and Universal Studios. Mako was the best coaster I rode. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket was great as well. Pumbaa and Montu, like those were probably number 3 and 2 respectively. Montu I thought was my favorite ride at Busch Gardens Tampa. So yeah, crossed off a lot of things off the bucket list. Universal Orlando, Islands of Adventure is one of my favorite parks ever. And it's going to get even better with the Jurassic Park roller coaster and maybe a Jurassic World reskin over the Jurassic Park ride that they currently have, the water ride. I love meeting Logan from Onetrainops and Mark from Coaster Idiots. Please subscribe because we're almost at 800 subscribers when I'm filming this, and I hope to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Lots of special things will happen. I will buy a Ford Mustang GT Premium and show that off. That's my dream car. That will happen at 1,000 subscribers. I'll post a very special video that I'm not willing to announce yet. It features a certain park that I have hinted at many times on this channel, but never actually talked in depth about. And I will also post my Google Sheets document where I have rankings for more than 25 different roller coasters. Currently, I think I've only put out like 15 videos or so of legitimate like coaster rankings, my ranking scale, the Hennisphere scale. Not to be confused with my list of personal favorite coasters. That differs from the Hennisphere scale. But that Google document will be shared with everyone publicly. I'll share a link to it whenever we hit 1,000 subs. So thanks for watching if you made it this far in the video, and obviously like, comment, subscribe because it helps my channel tremendously. That was another day in the Hennisphere.